to the unpatriotic media houses in this country, and particularly NTV, which recently attempted to wrongly analyze this statement. And I want to ask them, has the shilling strength?
To inject once again, welcome to our channel where you can see thank you so much. Today I'm so mad. Yaani siku hizi nasikianga ni kama pressure yangu ina increase. Kuna huyu mwanamke anaitwa Gladys SHOILEY. So who is this Gladys? Huyu mwanamke mimi nimeshindwa, huyu ni mwanamke wa aina gani? Wakati NTV imefanya kazi yake, leo hii anaenda kupiga mdomo huko bunge. Atio tunataka NTV itujibu, how did they do their research? Mpaka wakakuja kusema kwamba RUTO is not working. Do you guys remember kulikuwa na poll kwa mtandao pia watu wanauliza, ingekuwa leo ni election, ungepigia Jogo? Ani ungepigia kuku kura ama ungepigia RUTO? Kuku ikachukua 98%. So I'm so shocked wakati anasema kwamba anataka NTV wakuje kujibu mahali walitoa investigation ama research yao vile walifanya. Like seriously, this woman, yeye badala afanye kazi yake, yeye amekuwa yeye ndio wa kumtetea RUTO. Who is she? Yeye hata ajui how Kenyans wanaumia hapa nje. Yeye kama ni bilionea, sijui milionea, yeye akae na pesa yake tu vizuri, au achane na Wakenya. Hawezi akashinda kutuambia hapa ati unga ilikuwa sijui 160 sasa hii imerudi mpaka wapi? How can you measure the economy with the ugali ama unga? Do you know how many people, how many students, maybe hata wengine hawakumanage kufanya exam because of hakukuwa na pesa? Yaani huyo Gladys SHOILEY mimi amenisinya kabisa. Sasa anataka NTV waende kujibu mashtaka. So sasa yeye ndiye amekuwa RUTO anataka kushtaki NTV waende sasa kujibu. Yaani sijaimuelewa. Wakati kulikuwa na mabishops walijitokeza wasi wakipinga wakisema kwamba president hajafanya kazi, yeye ndiye alijitokeza, mko na nafasi ya kuingia State House, hata mbele yangu hamhitaji nini. Alikuwa na mdomo, bado ako na hiyo mdomo, anataka kusomea wa Kenya. Anyway guys, sitaki pressure yangu increase mimi peke yangu. Nataka pia msikize NTV wenye walifanya research yao, wakapeana hiyo research na vile Gladys SHOILEY amekuja sasa kujipisha ama kusomea watu wa NTV. Hapo ndio mtuambie guys, who is this woman? Huyu mwanamke anafaa sitaki kuongea watu wasema manene movaguma nini. Kuna mahali nimecomment mtu akasema tu wanawake atupendani. Guys, mimi sometimes huwa nashanga. Mimi hiyo mentality yenye watu mnakuanga na huwa nashindwa. How can you say we are our own enemy? So unataka mtu afanye kitu kibaya juu ni mwanamke ni msupport. By the way guys, let me tell you, mimi am that one person. I don't follow the crowd. Ukifanya kitu kibaya nitakwambia tu hiyo ni kitu kibaya. Me I don't care, so sijui women we are our own enemies. Hiyo kitu mimi hata sijaringi kabisa. Hata kama wewe ni mwanamke kama mimi na umefanya makosa, sasa unataka tukutetee? Tutakutetea aje? Sasa kama Gladys sasa nitamtetea aje wakati anataka kuingilia NTV juu amefanya research? Hapo haiwezekani. Anyway guys, let's watch this video.
Now, back to the State of the Nation address. In his just about 1 hour, 7-minute address to the nation, President William RUTO made a series of claims, pronouncements, and pledges. And tonight we fact-check a few of those in an undertaking done in collaboration with public policy think tank, the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA Kenya, and KELIN, a health and human rights non-governmental organization. The first claim we fact-check is the president saying that given the strained state of the economy and treasury when he assumed office in 2022, it was essential for his administration to drastically reduce expenditure, mobilize as much resources domestically as possible, and curtail waste. However, the budget implementation reports for financial year 2023-24 by the Controller of Budget indicate that expenditure in 2022-23 was 4.186 trillion shillings, while the spend for 2023-24 was 4.431 trillion, which is an increase of 245 billion. The verdict on the president's claim here is false. A second claim, the head of state said that milk production rose from 4.6 billion liters in 2022 to 5.2 billion liters in 2023, at 14% increase However, the 2024 economic survey indicates that milk production in 2022 was 4.6 million liters rather, while in 2023 it rose to 4.5 million liters, which is a 7% increase. And in the event that the president was referring to marketed production, in 2022 it stood at 754.3 million liters, while in 2023 it was 806.6 million liters, which is a 6% increase. Neither of these are the 14% increment, rendering this claim by the president false. A third claim that we check: the government is clearing pending claims in health facilities. According to a report by the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya, RUFA, for a majority of the facilities, claim settlements is only being done for less than 10% of pending debts, and 50.8% of facilities receiving less than 100,000 shillings. Therefore, with this input, the verdict cannot be verified. The next claim to address is that Kenyans have been speaking and the government has been listening. It's covered by RUFA. 91% of providers have struggled to reach the central contact center. Then a letter by Kellen and FIDA indicates that access to information to the general public has been a challenge, with information only shared on the Kenya Gazette. The verdict here: the president's claim does not align with industry data. The final claim we are assessing is that of government having digitized services from 350 to 20,855, representing almost 6,000% growth. For the verdict, we cannot independently confirm the number, but the arithmetic is correct when you cater for rounding off. Once again, the fact checks have been done in collaboration with IEA Kenya and Kellen.
Deputy Speaker, it's a motion you pass to yourselves.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, that I may participate.
Even the Deputy Speaker has 5 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Even as I participate in debating on the President's State of the Nation address, I want to direct my attention to the unpatriotic media houses in this country, and particularly NTV, which recently attempted to wrongly analyze this statement. And I want to ask them, has the shilling strengthened from 162 to the dollar to 129 today? Yes or no? We look at the cost of living. Has inflation dropped from 9.6 to 2.7? Every Kenyan knows the price of unga has gone down, the price of kerosene has gone down, the price of electricity has gone down. Those media houses should tell us where they are getting their statistics and where is the source of their information. Also, I dare them, those unpatriotic Kenyans and the unpatriotic media houses, has fertilizer been distributed 6.5 million bags to the registered farmers? Yes or no? We know for a fact that farmers have received it. And I dare them to tell us where they think it was not, where the fertilizer was not given. Also towards food security. Today they can go and they can use their investigative journalists to go to the stores and find that we now have 47 million bags of maize and 8.8 million bags of beans and 10.4 million bags of wheat in our reserves. I dare them to dispute this. And we want them, rather than speak from their studios, they should actually go and film them from the stores of Kenya. I also dare them that they should, do they dispute the fact that KCC received 3 billion to modernize? Do they dispute the fact that today farmers are being paid 50 shillings per litre? I am a farmer and that is the amount I'm receiving. I dare those in those media houses to tell us if they have any milk to sell, how much they sell it for to KCC. I dare them to dispute the fact that we are now producing, KCC is now processing 220 litres of milk a day, up from 100,000 litres. I dare them to dispute the fact that the sex semen is now going for 2,900 shillings. Those of us who were dairy farmers were buying it up from 9,000 shillings. I want those media houses to again tell us whether or not 56,000 teachers have been hired. They know they have. And that list is available at the Teacher Service Commission. And they should stop peddling lies and misinforming Kenyans about the State of the Nation address. On the funding model, again, they can confirm this. Students are now getting up to 95% funding of their school fees. And again, they can get the statistics from the Higher Education Fund and from the Higher Education Loans Board. Again, they cannot be making up stories from their screens. On healthcare, we know that they are telling Kenyans, you're being charged a lot for the social housing insurance fund. What they're not telling Kenyans is Kenyans who are on a higher pay are the ones who are paying, so that although the Kenyans who are vulnerable and needy can be able to access health care unlike before. I also dare those who said that the NHIF debts have not been settled. 3.7 billion was disbursed, and earlier another 5 billion was settled. On the issue of the Hustler Fund, it is, again, this is information that's available, that 60 billion has already benefited over 24 million Kenyans. And therefore, as we look at the President's State of the Nation report, it is important that we call out those unpatriotic Kenyans, unpatriotic media houses who are selling toxic, negative,
Yes, give the deputy
who are selling the negative toxic narratives and selling a story of doom and hopelessness to Kenyans. Because Kenya is strong, and Kenya, as we saw in the last State of the Nation report, that Kenya is going places and Kenya is destined for greatness. And I know that one day, those peddlers of doom are going to be shamed. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, for the first time in the State of the Nation report, address by a sitting president, the issue of gender-based violence was given prominence. For that, we are very grateful as the women of Kenya to the president, because now it has received the highest attention due. But even as we say this, I appeal to Kenyans that being able to prevent femicide and gender-based violence requires each of us to be vigilant. On femicide, we need to talk to our children, to tell them not to be found, not to put themselves in vulnerable situations. We also must teach our children to respect women, and so that we can be able to be part of prevention rather than going after these people after they've committed the crime. With that, I wish to thank you for the opportunity.
Samuel Atandi. Maluli Njendi, disengage from the screen.
Thank you.